Hi everyone, Alchemist here. Today's reading, the question is, how many lifetimes do you have left? How many times are you going to reincarnate before you finish your cycle, before you close your cycle? Because all of us are in different cycles, are in different paths, and this reading is gonna shed a light on how many times do you have to reincarnate again. That jumped. The Nine of Cups. All right. So the answer obviously is 9. You have to reincarnate 9 more times. 9 more times to learn what you're supposed to learn, to close the cycle. I know that sounds a lot, but my second question here is it gonna be a human being reincarnation again? Is it gonna be a human being reincarnation? Let's see. The cards are very jumpy. Let's see what jumped here. 2 cards that jumped. So, okay. Definitely one lifetime you're gonna have is gonna be in the underworld for sure, in the world of darkness. And another lifetime, you're going to have it as a sort of you are going to be a human being in this card here, like I see Knight of Pentacles. You are going to be a human being. It's gonna be like the physical reality is gonna be similar to what we live here on this planet, but it's gonna be in a different planet. It's gonna be in a different planet where life is similar to, I would say, the 8th century, similar to the 7th century. There's still wars going on. There's still like different empires that try to conquer the world. And you're gonna live in that kind of lifestyle. You're gonna be a sort of soldier, you're gonna be a warrior, because you have to learn about fighting, about kind of like fighting for what it is yours, fighting for your family, fighting for your loved ones. It seems like you need to learn about that. And here it doesn't have, I don't want you to think it has a negative connotation from a sense of the fact that you have to be violent or aggressive. No, it just, you need to learn how to become protective, because it's one aspect of being alive. You have to become protective. And you need to learn that. But it's going to be kind of, let's call it a parallel dimension of Earth. It's going to be like Earth, but kind of different. In this lifetime, you're going to have to do a lot of physical conditioning, since you're going to be a warrior. So it's going to be a lot of physical activities, a lot of fighting, a lot of training. So it's going to be quite exhausting, but it's going to give you a lot of strength. In this other lifetime, where you're going to live in the underworld, and this is very interesting, because you need to learn about darkness. You need to learn about the dark side. Because I feel like in this lifetime, you learned a lot about love and light and what it is like to be nice and kind and loving and caring. And those are all good things. But if we don't combine this with the dark side, and you can experience more of that dark side if you go to the underworld, and you see the harshness of the underworld, you see how dark it is, because most of the days are dark, there's no sunlight. And you see the people, when I say people, the beings that live there, they're very scary beings. And you see how people treat each other, how life is very, it's very rough, it's very rugged. It doesn't mean that it's unfair. Things can be fair over there, okay? So it doesn't mean that actually things can be more unfair in this lifetime, because humans tend to do a lot of things that are unfair to each other. In the underworld, justice is more prominent. So if you mess with someone, or if you mess up something, or if you do something unfair, you're not gonna go away with it. In the underworld, people don't get to go away with things. There's justice, and justice comes with punishment. And the punishment can be tough, but these things are need to be learned. They need to be learned as a being, to understand every facet of life, to understand every aspect of existence. One more card here. Yeah. In this here, no, so it's reversed. In this lifetime, the underworld, this lifetime is going to teach you how to get over cruelty and the stress and the drama and the misery that you might have acquired in this lifetime. This lifetime, maybe you learned about light, maybe you learned about love, maybe you learned about how to be kind. But with that comes stress, it comes misery. These kind of emotions, being too emotional, there's always this kind of misery that comes with it. In the underworld, you're going to learn to toughen up. You're going to learn to toughen up so that misery goes away. And this is coherent with this other lifetime here where you're going to be a warrior. So you need to strengthen yourself, and you need to learn about the dark. And those lives together are gonna help you get over your misery. And once misery is one of the worst things that a human being can experience, and you're probably having that in this lifetime. And pity and feeling sorry for yourself and making others feeling sorry for you, and that keeps you always at the bottom. You have to get over it. You have to get over that misery, and the only way to get over it is to become strong. And the only way to become strong is to put you through some rough situations. And once you become strong, everything else to you looks very, very light. It looks very, very thin, you know? So we're talking here about, in alchemy we call it volatile in the fix. Stuff that are fixed, that are dense, that are very dense. You make them volatile. You're distilling, you're going through the distillation process. And these lifetimes are going to help you distill yourself. Distillation is one of the 7 stages of alchemy, and I'm going to make a video about it. But these lifetimes, that's what they're going to help you do. So it's going to be 9 lifetimes. These 2 lifetimes that I just mentioned are very important. They're probably one of the most prominent lifetimes that you're going to experience. That's why they came up here. Let me see what one more lifetime can get you. But I feel the 2 important ones are already here. So one more lifetime in the next 9 ones you're gonna have. And I don't want you to be worried here. It's the upcoming lives you're gonna have, they're not gonna be like life on Earth. It's gonna be different. So don't worry about it, because I know life on Earth tend to suck. So don't worry about it for people who are gonna say, I don't wanna be reincarnated on Earth again. Oh my God, it's not gonna be Earth. It's not gonna be this kind of reality. It's gonna be different. So don't worry. The third one here. Third one is gonna be also, I see this, it's more of a, oh, this is interesting. This is interesting. Wow. So it's gonna be a dimension. It's gonna be a dimension that's very simple. It's gonna be a simple dimension. It's gonna be very, I see it as flat. It's gonna be a flat dimension when there's no depth. Can you imagine? It's almost like a dimension where insects exist, because insects don't tend to see depths. They see just 2 dimensions, and this is scientifically proven. Could be wrong, because science can always have the tendency to be wrong, but it's right until proven wrong. But I see a 2-dimensional reality where everything is flat and everything is simple, where there's not much complications. This lifetime doesn't have emotions involved. It has more learning. I see small things, details, learning about the elements of nature. You're going to learn about water. You're going to learn about fire. You're going to learn about earth. Because you might think you have a grasp on these elements, but you don't. You don't fully yet. So in this 3rd lifetime, you're going to learn about the elements of existence. It's going to be simple. I can't see what kind of being you're gonna be. It's not an animal, it's not an insect, but you could be an element. You can be some sort of water element. I see like something like water or like earth. And because there's a lot of aspects of existence that our mind can't comprehend yet. So you're gonna be reincarnated as one of these elements, and by doing so, you're gonna learn. You're gonna learn about what makes up the physical reality, what makes it up, and also what's the relationship between this physical reality and the spiritual realm. Because trust me, the elements, earth, water, fire, and air, they know the relationship between the physicality and the spiritual realm. They know it, and that's why they're part of everything that exists. So I know this lifetime might be a little bit complex or hard to comprehend, and even me reading it, it doesn't seem clear enough what kind of entity you're going to be. But you will have to become that in order to close your cycle, and in order to learn everything there's to learn. But these are the only 3 prominent lifetimes that you need to know about at this moment. But there's 9, and it's funny that 9 came up because 9 represents completion. In numerology, it represents the closure of a cycle. So you need 9 more lifetimes to close your cycle. And to end this reading, I'm gonna use one of these oracle cards, and this is gonna be a message for you. And this is a beautiful sacred geometry oracle card. It's one of my tools that I love to use. All right, relationships. I'm attracted to those people who serve my higher good. And look at this beautiful flower of life shape here. And again, this here. It's all about, in this lifetime, you might not get another lifetime like this on earth. Regardless if you like it in this lifetime or you don't. You might love it, or you might cherish it, or you might hate it, you might think it sucks. Regardless, the message here is that you have to value the relationships that you're having with people, with your environment, with everything that you're going through every single day. Because once this lifetime ends and you're up there in order to get ready for the next lifetime, you might look back and you might have regrets, and you might say, shit, I wish I did more. I wish I did more in this lifetime. I wish I had more relationships with people. I wish I got to know more people. I wish I visited more places. I wish I did more. I followed my passion. I followed my bliss and did the things that I loved the most. I wish I did more. That's what I hear here. You might have regrets, because when we all ascend and we leave this physical reality, we start going through everything we've done in this lifetime. So this card here is telling me that you might have regrets. So make sure that you live fully every single day. Live fully. Live fully with everything you do and with every person you meet, in order not to regret it once you move on to the next reincarnation. I hope this reading helps, and I'll see you in the next video.